Hello, it is me, Katrina Deneese, and thank you so much for clicking on this video. So yes, I'm back in bed, laying down, just relaxing. But I was just reflecting on today. Today I was laughing so much at myself. And then I realized that this is probably collective energy, which is why it probably tickled me so much. But what happened was, so I was in my car and the phone was dead. And so I ended up listening to the radio. And they had the talk show hosts having the conversation, and you know how they let callers call in on the line to give their input or their perspective on what's going on. And the conversation that I had tuned into was what happens when it's a successful woman who gets into a relationship with a successful man who should take the lead, and how a lot of the callers were calling in saying it was two, it wasn't a lot, but it was two callers, both of them were women, and they were saying that men, when they get with a woman who is successful, they can and do sometimes feel insecure, and they want the woman to pacify her strength. This is going somewhere. And so the radio host said, when a woman is successful, it doesn't really matter. When people get into relationships, they're expecting the man to lead. And at that, I laughed so hard and I turned the radio off because I didn't want to hear any more of the conversation. And I said, lead? Why can't we lead ourselves? Why can't people lead ourselves? And then after I said that out loud, I said, and that's probably why I'm single. That's probably why you're single. So I picked up the energy of someone who has the strength of a bull. You may be a feminine, but you very much so operate in your masculine energy. And even if you are masculine, you do have the feminine side of you, but you operate too very balanced. And this strength energy, you are a leader, you are the leadership, you have a very commanding presence. It's not because you get into a relationship with someone that you forget how to lead yourself, that you lay down your responsibility, you lay down your ability to think for yourself and act for yourself, especially me. His side of the bed, her side of the bed. I don't even park in the same parking spot so that nobody can figure out where I live. So creating these type of rules and dynamics in a relationship is just outdated. That's not going to work. Traditional relationships don't work for a person like you. You've been through it all. You've been where you had to learn your lesson of learning that everyone can't lead you. You can't be under everyone's leadership or guidance. The best leadership that you can follow is your own intuition. This card right here says you're very enchanted. You have a lot of spiritual energy, inner magic, and divine force. You have barriers against darkness and you have mystical powers. This doesn't end just because you start dating someone, because you get into a relationship with someone. You just can't put that aside. Even if this is a relationship from ancient times, who you are is still sovereign. And for that reason, a lot of people will be feeling like in despair if they get in a relationship with you because they thought that they were going to dominate you or lead you the way that they want you to go. You're going to behave the way that they expect you to behave. But the truth is, you're very unpredictable. You're here this lifetime reaping justice. You're not here to be in any karmic relationship or any cycle that doesn't add to your growth. What will happen is the person that you end up in a relationship with will be like you or want to be like you. But nonetheless, it won't be you as a follower. You will always remain sovereign. You will always remain in leadership. And what do you call a relationship with two leaders? I call that a power couple. I don't know what this world is talking about. You have to let someone lead you. Keep in mind that when we talk about how you are and what to expect and what's coming to you. These are all potential futures. At any moment, you can decide. You can decide to fall in love. You can decide to not listen to your intuition. You could decide to put all that down. Something tells me that you won't. Something here in the cards of life is saying that the emotional atmosphere that you've created in your life is one full of stability. You have such a connection to your intuition that it would literally feel like self-betrayal if you ignored your inner intuition, your inner guidance, and followed the rules of life dictated and created by someone else. It's because the rules that you create, you love them. They're healthy for you. These are good boundaries. So why would you walk away from them? Why would you give them up? It just doesn't make sense for a person like you, God or a goddess like you, and a enchanted being like you. I started channeling, somebody real is hard to find. Somebody worth all your time. Somebody who will tell you the truth. Someone who loves you for you. Someone who knows all of your flaws, yeah. Doesn't impose, try to control them. Let you be free, doesn't deceive. Giving you a chance to believe in something. Is that too much? Is that too much? Try to find a love in a world so cold. This world has built these systems where you have a role to play, where you have to lessen yourself just to be loved. And you're like, nah, I just want somebody to love me for me. We can do this together. That energy, listen, it's just so beautiful that even if you never find a match, even if the people that you meet all end up becoming haters, and unexpected haters at that. They love so much about you, but when they find out that they cannot control you, that your flaws are perfect to you, you see them as a part of you and they're there for a reason. Anything that you have to work on, you chop it up to personal development. They're not really flaws. They're just who you are. That's how accepting of yourself you are. And in that sense, you're vulnerable. You don't pretend that you're perfect. And it's not even what someone sees as a flaw, it's what you see as a flaw in yourself. You say, I'll work on this. And the things that you're working on, people already see you as the best, the greatest, irresistible, magnetic, mesmerizing. And for that, they try to be like you. They try to be like you. No one dislikes what you stand for. They dislike that they are not that way, and they can't change your values and your principles. You stand on business. Continue to stay true to yourself. Love has found you. Self-love is the greatest love, period. Any other love is just that other addition, an addition to you. And keep being you. That is the end of the reading. Until next time.
Mirror on the wall. Who looking good today? Me. Who knocked out everything on their list they had to do today? Me. Who ain't nobody fucking with to the 10th degree? That'll be a me. Yeah.